Hello, I'm James Cash. Welcome to the first design phase presentation for Project Aeolus. Today I'll be presenting on a temperature controlled fan for your room. So this is going to be a fan that will cool you based on what temperature it is. So instead of a fan just blowing all out no matter what the temperature is, no matter if you're cold or you're hot, this fan actually, you input what speed to go with what temperature. As it gets colder, it slows on down, it will even stop. So, in this presentation, we're going to summarize our product planning up to this point. So we're going to start with going through how we actually chose this opportunity, how we identified that it has potential. And then we're going to move on into how we created and refined our target specifications from our customer feedback. So what we're actually going to be designing this project to. And then I'm going to walk you through a sample economic analysis we did to make sure that this project is actually something that's going to be profitable for VTEPs. So, with the opportunity identification, this fan really stood out amidst our possible opportunities. The team came up with over 15 opportunities, you can see there on the left, and over these opportunities we picked the top couple that we were passionate about and we thought had potential. And we took those into an RWW analysis. And in there, that's when the fan really stuck out to us as the opportunity that we really needed to pursue. First and foremost, our team is very passionate about it and confident that we could do it right. But also, the reality of the market, the win potential, and the worth it is there because we're pivoting into a new market, but it's very built up with the market of like basic fans. We're just pivoting and offering something new. So continuing into the planning where we actually have our opportunity decided, we believe this product should be aimed at college students who sleep with their fans on or are energy conscious. For the first grouping, we have people who are going to turn their fans on when they go to bed. They want that white noise. They just want the air moving to cool down their room. But maybe at 3 in the morning, the temperature drops outside, your room temperature drops, and all of a sudden your fan's blowing air of you while you're very cold. You just want it to slow down and turn off. Our fan offers that. As well as for people who are energy conscious, who don't want to have to worry about when their fan's on or off. It just turns off when it gets cold. And so it's just not using energy then. So going to our customers, our potential customers, we sent out a survey asking them what they would want to see from a project like this. And then we took that feedback, made it into a survey, and then sent that back out to them. And this is our results we got. Here we have our attributes of the fan, and here we have their scores of how important they are. So we can see from this pretty clearly that our customers want first and foremost a quality fan. You can see that by the top two scores being air spread widely from the fan and energy consumption is comparable to a normal fan. It's actually lower than a normal fan. So those are basic things, fundamental aspects of this fan that don't have to do with the temperature control. And in the lower scores is when we get the user can choose which speed or the speed varies continuously. So our team really needs to focus on making a quality fan, then integrating the temperature control into it. So from that list of customer needs, the team then took that and we generated our specifications by saying, okay, how can we meet the needs of these customers in a way that we can put a number to it, where we can measure and say, okay, we've met this need, we need to work on this. So we came up with this list here, and this number on the right is our technical priority. That's a weighted number based on how important it is to the customer and how difficult it's going to be to do. So we have our intervals at which the fan changes speed. We're going to measure that in RPM. That's not going to be difficult to do because we have great technology available to us where we can really tweak the speed and it's going to seem continuous. You're never going to notice it's changing. User inputted parameters, that's our top technical priority. That's going to be tough to do. We're going to have to sort of integrate in this fan as many ways for the user to control it, whether that's a temperature that the fan automatically will switch on or switch off, what speed you want to be high speed, what speed you want to be, what temperature high speed, what temperature low speed, what temperature do you want the max? Do you want the fan to ever go full speed? Maybe you don't ever want it to go full speed. So we're going to have to put a lot of time and thought into that to make sure we're maximizing how much a customer can get out of it. Operating volume, we're going to be measuring that in decibels and trying to reduce it as much as possible. We want this fan to be very livable. That's the entire design philosophy behind this. So with that, we want you to not have to worry about it. We want you to be able to have a conversation in a room with this fan. We want to reduce the amount of additional parts from a normal fan. We want it to be simple. And as well, the last two, energy usage, spread of circulated air. We can very easily measure those, just see how well is it spreading air, how much energy is it using, and make sure that with these two that we're building a good quality fan for our customers. Moving on into the economic analysis. Our economic analysis actually projects that we can turn a profit in our first year. So how we came up with this is first we looked to the market to see what kind of cost we'd be looking at. We had to first address a $10,000 fixed cost, then obviously the cost of producing each subsequent fan. Excuse me. So we looked at the market and got a good idea of how a company like Walmart could build a basic box fan. Then we added a little bit on top of that because we're not Walmart. It's gonna cost us a little bit more. We're a little bit smaller. And then we added on top of that the temperature control cost, the cost of the electronics for that. And we came up with a cost of about $27. And then we looked to the market and saw that these fans are being sold from about $15 to $40, $45. And we decided to go up towards that top of the range because we're offering a premium product here. We're offering a product that's not on the market and is going to be attractive to a lot of consumers. So we went with $38 with our price. So with those metrics, we have a break-even point of about 900 units annually that we need to sell to cover that fixed cost at the beginning. But we're projecting that we can sell 2,000 units per year. And that's going to be driven a lot by new freshmen coming into Virginia Tech and needing a fan because they're going to be moving in, a lot of them, into dorms that don't have air conditioning, and so they're going to want something, some semblance of air conditioning, some cooling that works for them. So that's going to attract those customers as well as other customers who really want to optimize spaces, have a good fan for while they're sleeping, any number of reasons. So wrapping up, our team is very confident that from our planning, the work we've put in so far, that we're setting this project up for success. We've ensured that this project has just the opportunity at the very basics, has a high potential for success. We've looked at the economics and we can see that there's that potential for a profit. And then specifications, we have these really just achievable metrics that we can look at and see how can we design this specifically for our customers. So with that, thank you for attending the Design Phase 1 presentation. Have a nice day.